Welcome to a Shinn Show. This is really season 2. You get right down to it because it's the first show of 2019. Joining me is my brother Guy Shinn from Denver. Hello, Guy.
Hello from Denver.
You're sounding fabulous, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I believe that Sarah and Nicholas will join us in the fullness of time, but when they do, they can just fall in, as Nick would say, organico.
I like it.
So how was your week?
Good. It was good. I had a day off for New Year's Day and just been enjoying my weekend here, hanging out with my kid. So
that's a good week right there. Yeah, my favorite kind of week is a 3-day work week or less. I will also accept less than that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, life is good.
Yeah, same here. Good first week back to work. And let's face it, we've really come a long way already in 2019.
Indeed.
Towards 2020. Well, so let's get with the news, right? So here's big news around this town anyway, is the fact that the government is shut down, at least part of it. It only affects 800,000 employees. So in the big scheme of things,
Well, I did see on the internet today that they're working toward a compromise and that they think that it seems pretty secretive what they're saying on the internet, elusive, I would say even, but it seems like they've reached some kind of agreement.
Yeah, I'm sure that they have, because guess what? They really can't keep slowing everything down this way. And you know why? Even though President Trump has said that he's willing to close the government for years if necessary, he's not. And you know why not?
Why?
I don't know either, but he's not willing to. That's for sure. Ultimately, that kind of stuff just catches up to you. I really don't know why it's a big deal to him. It's a big deal to Congress. I think ultimately Congress will probably cave more than he will.
Yeah, here's something I don't understand. You're hip to this sort of stuff. Maybe you can answer this question. Why can't he send Congress home without pay? That would get out real fast.
Yeah, that would get their attention, but that would make him a dictator. Because they're co-equal branches of government. So he can't.
Yeah, isn't there like 3 of them, the executive, the Congress, and the Senate or something like that?
Well, it's more like the executive branch headed by President Trump, the legislative branch in which the House and Senate are co-equal partners in the legislative branch. And then there's a judicial branch, which is headed by the Supreme Court. So those are our 3 branches. Yeah,
that's what I meant.
Yeah. I'm surprised it didn't come out that way, frankly. But,
right.
Yeah.
Fire those assholes.
Well, it's funny you say that because Congress has a terrible approval rating, right? People hate Congress. It's like at 11 or 13%. It hovers below 15%. Now, by comparison, President Trump's approval rating has never gotten above 50%, except in a very few polls. For the most part, it's hovered in the high 30s, low 40s. But that's still 3 times as popular as Congress. So, what has he got to lose?
His job, hopefully.
Well, that's a long way down the line. I thought you were a Trump fan.
I am. I'm not neither a fan nor I'm just like everybody else. You know what I mean? I like some things and some things I don't. And, for the most part, I think he's an idiot. I mean, you know what I mean?
Right.
I think that's what most of America thinks, this guy's an idiot. But you know what I mean? I think he got elected because he's not a politician.
It's true.
And I think people are fucking sick to death of politicians.
I think that's true. You're absolutely right.
So I think that the thought of, hey, a businessman, anything other than, a reality TV star, anything would be better than a politician. And I think that's how he won, really.
Well, which implies, if what you say is true, and by the way, I think that there's a good chance that it is true, that you now stand a better chance of being elected president if you're a celebrity than you do if you are a lifelong political animal.
I agree. And it's unfortunate, though, because you really need somebody decent that knows politics to navigate these sharks because, in my opinion, that's what Nancy Pelosi is. They're all a bunch of fucking sharks, man. I mean, they're all looking for their own benefit to power for themselves, to benefit themselves. They don't give one shit about the American people.
Now let me ask you this.
Yeah.
No, Nancy Pelosi is a grandmother. True or false?
I have no idea.
It's true, she is. But can sharks be grandmothers?
I don't know.
I think they can, actually.
I think they can.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't like her. I don't like Trump. I don't like any of them.
Yeah, well, you're in good company. Many people feel that way. So, I consider you the voice of the common man, guy.
But you know what? You can't trust no fucking body these days. That's what okay?
You boil it right down.
I'm trying to say. You can't trust nobody.
Yeah, you can't. You really can't. It's a tough world out there. That's for sure.
Well, I'm going to tell you this quick story, okay?
Okay.
So we've had all these hailstorms, in the late summer, we had all these hailstorms in Colorado, right? So I got a guy, we got these guys coming door to door, knocking on your door saying, we'd like to inspect your roof. We're from so-and-so roof company. We know there's been a lot of hail damage. So this guy comes out and he says, sure, go ahead, take a look at my roof. He comes down 5 minutes later and he says, your roof is trash, man. You need a new roof. And I say, I think I'm going to get a second opinion. Oh, no, it's trashed, So I go, well, let me call my insurance company. Instead of just letting you put a new roof on and you charging you taking care of it through my insurance company. So I call and get another opinion, right, from a local company in Longmont. And the guy climbs up on the roof and he says, hey, looks like you had a brand new roof. There's nothing wrong with the roof.
Well, so the point of this story is that people are always trying to rip you off.
The point of the story is you can't trust nobody.
Well, especially not roofers coming door to door.
Yeah. So, and that's pretty much how I feel about everyone. Everyone's a politician.
Yeah.
It seems these days.
Except me.
Except for you. I trust you. You're my brother.
Right. I mean, I would never come to your door and try and sell you a roof. I can guarantee you that. Hey, so here's what we did today. You're going to find this entertaining. At least I find it entertaining in hindsight. So, I have that big red F-150 truck.
Yes, I do.
Beautiful truck. 1996. Got the V8, 5.8 cylinder. It's a great truck.
Yep.
Well, lately, it hasn't been starting. And it's been a battery issue, so we charge it and it'll start. And I'm wondering, did we leave something on? Is there some kind of battery drain? I take the battery out yesterday, take it to AutoZone, they say your battery's good. I'm like, must be a bad alternator then, right? These are reasonable assumptions, true?
Fairly reasonable, yeah.
So I throw it back in there. I drive it over today to AutoZone to get the alternator, the whole system tested. You know what I mean? With the battery on it. Sounds good so far, doesn't it, right?
So far, so good. Yes, I like it.
So we drive, and the idea is that if the alternator's bad, we're not going to mess with it ourselves. We're going to go ahead and take it down to a Ford dealership. Elsie's got a cousin that works there, blah, blah, blah. So we get there, and we go inside, and Brad drove the truck. Brad, the 16-year-old, he drove the truck over. He's got the keys. I say to him, give me your keys. Give me the keys now, because the guy's out there, hooking his battery charger measurer up to it. So Brad gives me the keys, and the guy can't get the truck hood open. So I open up the hood for him. I get it opened up for him. He puts his battery charger on. I said, you want me to start? He goes, no. He gets everything. Okay, now start it up. I can't find the keys. The keys are nowhere to be found. We're searching. We cannot find the keys. Elsie goes back to the house to look for a spare set of keys, but I know we don't have a spare set of keys. Right. So I'm there we searched the parking lot. We searched the trash cans. We searched the store. The keys just disappeared. Mm-hmm. So 45 minutes later, guess where they were?
In your pocket.
They were not. They were on the hood of the truck. The hood has like a bug guard on it. I set the keys between the hood and the bug guard. When I opened up the hood and they didn't fall down, they just stuck there right between the hood and the bug guard. And when I finally pulled the hood down 45 minutes later, there they were, big as life.
Interesting. I do shit like that all the time.
You know what that tells you? You can't trust yourself.
Well, Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
So, anyway. Yeah, it's hard out there to be a pimp.
But my pimp hand be strong, my friend. Strong be my pimp hand.
Right. I believe that's a quote from Yoda, isn't it?
I think so.
All right. Well, so much for current events. You watching any football this weekend?
I got to be honest with you, man. I haven't watched football in a long time, but I did see an interesting story today.
Yeah.
About a guy named Melvin Gordon, who's in Baltimore. I guess they're playing they played today.
They did. The Chargers played Baltimore. As a matter of fact, I don't want to spoil it for you, but the Chargers beat Baltimore by a score of 23-17.
Well, okay. Well, that's, this guy predicted that. But anyway, the guy had some endearing qualities. Anyway, he was in an Uber, taking an Uber, this Melvin Gordon guy. And then the driver was saying, Baltimore's going to stomp the Chargers, So anyway, I recommend that you watch the video, because Melvin Gordon took this little video of his interaction with the Uber guy. And it was a very endearing, it was very endearing to the NFL, in my opinion.
Yeah, so Melvin Gordon is a quality running back, and he was a big part of the reason that the Los Angeles Chargers did indeed defeat the Baltimore Ravens today.
That's what he said in his video. So true to his, but the interesting thing was the guy didn't know who he was.
Right.
The Uber driver had no idea who it was, so he told him who he was and all that, but the point I'm trying to make is that I haven't been very endeared to. I haven't really wanted to watch NFL because of all of the crap.
Yeah.
That guy's made me think maybe I'll watch a game again.
You know what? Way to go, Melvin Gordon, turning my brother back onto the NFL, and just in time for the playoffs.
Yeah. But you know what? I haven't not watched a game all season.
Well, congratulations. If you're a Bronco fan like me, I know, so I can tell you that you didn't miss a goddamn thing.
Okay.
Well, we got...
Yeah, Nick, you're here. Hey, Nick's here.
So am I.
And Sarah's here. Well, you're in perfect timing. Guy and I just went ahead and got started without you. Hope you don't mind.
Do we sound good?
Yeah, you sound great.
We were rearranging our recording space, so.
Oh, that's probably
why we're
good.
late.
Yeah, no problem. Well, that's okay. Guy and I got started without you. Here's what we've covered so far. Guy, you want to fill them in?
Yeah, current events. We bashed the president.
We did not bash the president. We said we liked certain things that he did, as a matter of fact.
All right. Well, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I called him an idiot.
I guess I will listen and find out.
I called him an idiot and various other things. I said they should fire Congress and the Senate. And basically, every politician ever born or made.
Yeah, he said that. He did say that. You did say that. Yeah.
I bitched a little bit about football.
Yeah, you did.
Normal stuff.
Yeah, but you know
Gotcha.
what? He also praised Melvin Gordon of the victorious Los Angeles Chargers, who just beat the Baltimore Colts. Baltimore Ravens.
Colts?
Baltimore Ravens. They used to be the Colts a million years ago. Baltimore Ravens by a score of...
You revealed your age.
23-7. Shit. I've revealed my age in a million different ways simply by showing up. Anyway, so we covered all that. So how was your week, kids?
It was long. It was full of many workouts. Not as many as was necessary for me, but
yeah. So we ended our fitness challenge,
and
neither Nick nor I won.
I see. Who won?
Bubba, that son of a bitch. Okay, look, Bubba was like, I don't know. He was a significant margin behind us, and then like. I did some mathematical analysis. I was like, well, he averages 350 points a day and he already has 350. So if you get X amount of points, you should be good and come in first place. I was talking to Murphy because I am in last place and I had like no hope of getting out of last place.
Right.
So she did like an 800 point day workout, which for reference, but previously her highest day was 500.
Right.
And on average, we had like a 350 day. So
well she was playing to win.
Right. Exactly. Well, shit. On Saturday, I had an almost 900 point day, which was insane. All you
had to do is string a few of those together. Right.
Right. Exactly. Well, yeah, but I didn't. So, anyway, the point is.
The point is Bubba cheated. Yes, I agree.
Son of a bitch. So he had an almost 1,200 point day, and
slander.
He swooped in and beat Murphy by a 130 point margin, which is shit because we stopped running at about 10:30.
Right.
So you could get 130 points in that time if you ran for a half hour, 45 minutes. But
yeah, I stopped running at 11:30 as well. I really thought I was going to come in second, but
I know.
Hey, Elsie, where'd you go? I had you there for a minute.
Yeah, she'll be back. Don't worry about it. Elsie's there. She's
yeah.
chiming in right now too. So you have the end of the fitness challenge with Bubba victorious, both of you as losers.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, but I ran 15 miles yesterday.
I see. That's
pretty
pretty impressive.
Crazy.
You ran 15 miles. Did you do that on a treadmill or did you do that out in the wild or what did you do?
I went on the elliptical for 9 miles and then I ran on a treadmill for whatever.
Another 9 miles.
Wow.
Did you say 18 miles? Is that what you said?
15.
15,
so
okay.
9 on elliptical, 6 on the treadmill.
Yeah, I ran 8.5 miles in the span of an hour, but it wasn't enough. I thought it would be enough. You told me the math worked out that if I was in zone 4 for an hour and a half.
Look, nobody expected a 1,200 point day.
Yeah, that fucked me up. So the final rankings were Bubba first, Murph second, me third, and Sarah fourth.
I see. Well, so how do you really, what's the bottom line? I mean, it really wasn't about the victory, was it?
Yes, that's all. That's exactly all it was about. It's the only reason I was doing it.
The only thing that matters.
Yeah.
So you're a bunch of losers, is what I'm hearing.
Hey, hold on.
I didn't win, so I did lose.
Let's welcome Elsie to the pod, shall we? Welcome, Elsie.
Welcome.
Oh, Elsie.
Salam and good evening.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I do have something I wanted to say. I'm back in the gym. I went to the doctor on the 4th of January.
Yes.
And the doctor has informed me that I have to lose some weight or he won't perform surgery on me.
Right. And so
sounds about right.
That sounds motivational.
So I have to have a disc replaced in my neck. And
you broke it.
It's a herniated, it's actually a collapsed vertebrae and it's herniated the disc and it's impinging on my spinal cord and the outcoming nerves.
Sounds painful.
Yeah, it's unpleasant. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
So anyway,
is it Peter's fault? Is it because he's a pain in your neck?
No, it's not actually. It's
Guy's the younger brother, so I don't think that's how that works.
It can't work that way. It can. It has in the past.
What he's saying is it's from degenerative disc disease, and I can expect many disc replacements. Is what he's saying.
Wow. Well, that sounds like frankly, a fucking drag.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
But in the meantime, you got to lose some weight.
Right, but the good news is I'm back in the gym.
Oh, that is good news.
Yeah.
Are you good? Are you tracking your calories? Anything like that?
Yeah, I am. I had a horrible day. We won't go into that, but the last 2 days I made peel a pound soup, so I've been eating a lot of cabbage soup.
Well, that's good stuff.
I'll get back after it today.
A cabbage soup is great. First of all, it makes you poop, so that's good. But also,
I thought you said peel a pound.
It is.
It's called peel a pound soup because it actually takes more calories to eat it, to digest it than there are in it.
Oh, kind of like celery.
Celery, yeah.
Yeah, so there's celery, cabbage, tomatoes, canned stewed tomatoes, all of that, but it's delicious.
Yeah, it is delicious. I love that soup. I like all kinds of soup. Soup is a key to weight loss. It really is.
Yeah,
Eating a lot of soup.
I'm a soup
man.
man.
You can eat as much as you want because there's, you can eat 2 cups of it. There's 174 calories in 2 cups.
Yeah. It's kind of like pickles. You can eat a lot of pickles.
Yeah. So anyway, not to take away from your fitness challenge, just wanted to let you guys know that I'm back in the gym. Weighed in the other day at the doctor at 207.8, and so he said he wouldn't operate unless I'm under 200 pounds.
All right, well that's fair enough. I think you can get easily to 180. I really believe that.
Yeah, I do too, and so I'm gonna try. And here we go. I'm in the gym, so now you're up to speed.
Got it. We'll have to check in next week.
So here's what I'm thinking. I just want to run this by everybody and see what everybody thinks. I think all of us on a Shinn Show should get a polar fleece strap or whatever it is that you guys are using, and we should have our own goddamn fitness challenge.
Yeah, I'm down with that, but not now.
What do you mean not
now? If I could
now?
show you this blister on my foot, then,
I see.
Oh, that's weird. That's weird. It's like I told you. It's like I said, hey, let's take a week or 2 off. And you're like,
you know what? I'm down to go. I'll do it. I'll do it again right now.
Well, we don't have to do it today. We could start the challenge soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Right.
That's fine too.
You know what we could do? We could start dieting tomorrow.
The dieting now, that's not a.
No, you know what? I prefer not to think of it as a diet, but more of a lifestyle change.
Yeah, that sounds good. Sure.
On diets.
That's how you got to think about it, or it doesn't
bet.
stick.
Yeah, it doesn't
You know,
stick.
I just don't. I don't do it the shit. You know, I don't know. I'm down though. I have no choice, so I have to be down.
Okay, so what's the device? What device do we need to get?
Called a Polar H10,
How much does it cost?
like $89.90.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Why do we have to invest in something when we all have something or another? Can't we just use whatever it is
because
we
then it's not.
individually have?
Well,
and
then it's not measured
report
by
in?
the same metric.
Yeah,
If we
see.
all use different
Can't we all
shit, then
download
we're all
like
getting
Fat
different
Secret
points.
or something, the same app?
Yeah, I'm sure there's an app out there we can all
Whatever it is,
use.
it does all have to be the same, or else the metrics
Yes.
aren't going to be the
Fine.
same.
Yeah.
I mean, but we could all download Fat Secret or what's the one you're on, Pete? Fitness Pal or something?
yeah, my fitness pal. But still, how do you have the same app? Do we just say steps? Just do a flat ass step
Yeah.
step
Yeah, we
challenge?
would have to
Steps,
choose
that's not
something.
as accurate, though. You're not really, I mean, shit.
Not only is that not accurate, but the Polar doing it by heart rate is supposed to level the playing field for your fitness level. So
That's a good point.
So, Dad, for example, you have run on the regular, so if your cardio is going to be better
It's true.
than, say, mine. So it puts us on a more even playing field, which
Yeah.
sucks for this challenge. Can I just say?
Yeah. Well, I will
Sucks
say
for me.
this.
I didn't
It
realize
accounts for your age and it accounts for your weight and how much you work out on the regular. So that way you all have to put in, like, you know, what's a lot of work for me is not the same as a lot of work for you. So we both have to put in a lot of work for what an individual basis is.
Yeah, got it. I see. It sounds pretty good to me. I know it's a little bit of money, but it's no more money than this printer we never buy.
the Polar H10 is currently $70 on Amazon. I bought mine around Christmas, so it was a little bit cheaper. I actually managed to get one from Nebraska Furniture Mart for $52, but I don't think y'all have an NFM. But I would encourage you to check your local big box store.
Or perhaps an eBay.
Right. But currently $70 on Amazon.
The Polar H10.
I'm on it like Blue Bonnet.
Should
know
we make
that's
them?
right.
Should we?
I
should-
will say this
Yeah.
for this fitness challenge.
Yeah.
It has totally, like, I worked out 1 to 3 times a day, every day for a month. And as you all know, I have never been fit in my adult life.
That's true. Until now.
And I'm still not fit,
Is
but
it a chest strap?
yes, it is a chest strap.
I don't know if I can do that. Can I do
They
a
have,
walk?
they have ones for arm too, an armband. So you could do that instead. And it uses the same software and the same app and all that. They were cheaper for the chest strap when I bought them. So that's what we did.
I did want to say, Sarah, that the last time I saw a snippet of video of you through this podcasting mechanism, you were looking fit and toned.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Sarah, you've looked better than you have since you've been about 14 years old.
Yeah, that's about right. That's because that tracks with my current weight. But no, what I'm getting at is that, like, after we're done with this podcast, I'm going to go do some yoga and go run on the treadmill for 30 minutes, even though I'm not doing this challenge because I'm used to doing it. And that's what I feel like I should do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Like that's been really good for us.
Yeah, me too. I'm starting to really understand what a runner's high is.
right.
Dude,
Isn't that nice? Isn't
Yeah,
that
it is
good
nice.
stuff?
You're like, holy shit.
I
I'm
had
just
a
gonna
pretty
keep
good one
going.
yesterday, Sarah.
You had
what's that?
a pretty good runner's high.
Oh, fuck yeah, I did. Man, I got off the elliptical I was on the elliptical for 2 hours. And then I got off that. And then I went on the treadmill for 30 minutes at the gym. And then the gym closed and we came home. And that's the thing is I bought a treadmill.
Wow. Okay.
I bought a NordicTrack.
Oh, you did. Okay.
I did.
A Nordic.
Not
A
your
Nordic Track brand treadmill.
Oh,
not
yeah.
Right.
not
To
your-
be clear.
not your
traditional
skiing
Nordic
thing.
Track.
But those are
Um,
cool because some of them do like uphill and downhill too, right?
They do.
They have that. They have the incline and they got a little fan on that motherfucker.
You have a spring, did you get the spring one, Sarah?
Yes.
I had one that had it had cushion, like a spring cushion.
Yeah. It's got shocks in it.
Yeah, mine had shocks, and I can't remember. I think I paid $1,800 for it, but it didn't hurt my joints, my knees, my ankles.
Yeah,
Like
it made
the
a
ones-
world of difference on my knees.
Yeah. So I've got a shitty little cheap treadmill that I inherited from my mom, who inherited it from my grandma. So it's the family treadmill now. And so that's a little shitty thing that I have that I still run on. But then we have the nice new shock absorbent.
All shiny and
treadmill.
chrome, as it were.
Yeah.
Where did
Shiny
you get it?
Right.
What's
Wow.
that?
Where did you get it?
Nebraska Furniture Mart. I have a card there that you can put shit on basically layaway for 24 months, no interest.
And
I
if
only
you
paid
don't have
$500 for it.
Really?
How much
It
did you
was
pay for it?
$500, she said.
Yeah, maybe 6. I mean,
That's
it was
really
in that range.
good
It was on.
price.
It was supposed to be 12, but it was on super sale. So
Yeah. Certainly she paid no more than $2,000. Look, the point is,
right.
it's been good for her. That's the point.
That's good.
Yeah, I love that treadmill. Makes a
I
world
like
of-
treadmills too, but they're a real pain in the ass to move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bubba and I had a hell of a time putting it together. So
Oh, they didn't come put it together for you. When I got mine, I made them come put it together for me.
I didn't want to pay for it. I was being cheap.
Yeah, it's fair.
Understood.
Yeah. So, all of this being said, let's all put peer pressure now on LC to buy chest straps, and let's go do this. Let's do it together.
All right,
You know
let's
I'm
do it. Come on.
impulsive.
It's good. It's good exercise.
Super
Peer
impulsive.
pressure. Peer pressure. Peer pressure.
Well, I hear what y'all are saying, but see, I already have all that with my Fitbit situation
Yeah.
that we already spent $200 on. So.
I mean, you could all get Fitbits too, but
No.
we also, here's what our fitness challenge, like we subsidized it. So the first place, Bubba, doesn't have to pay for his. And then the rest of us subsidize ours and his. That was kind of our motivation.
Oh,
That's
gotcha.
how we.
Yeah, you got to have like a prize. There's a first, but Murph was talking about getting a trophy also, a trophy custom made for first prize, but we are all a little bit too busy destroying ourselves physically to get around to ordering a trophy. But, we could arrange for something like that. Maybe a belt, like a wrestling belt.
I think a UFC belt. Yeah, I think that would be
They're like $200. That's why I didn't do it.
a belt.
Well,
A UFC
yeah.
belt. Yeah.
I do think it's a good idea in general. And because of you all kicking so much ass lately, I did make myself run a 5K yesterday.
Nice.
So maybe
Nice.
we should, I don't know, talk your dad.
Yep. So here we go. This is what I'm telling you right now. Peer pressure is the most powerful force in the universe. We're seeing it at work right now.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Do it. Yeah. No.
All right, good. We're going to do it. We're going to get
All
the Polar H10 chest strap, and we're going to start wearing it. So we're going to have an official start date. Well, we'll wait. We'll wait till we get the chest straps. Then
We'll figure it all of it out.
But the point is, I think it's good for us, and it's certainly good for you. I think it's probably, I've always wanted to do something physical and fun with you kids. I've always tried in the past, and you've always hated it. So I'm trying to fall in on something you guys already have enjoyed.
Yeah.
Cash in on this before we change our minds again.
Exactly.
Well, it was never a competition when you did it. It was more like you have no choice. You're doing it now. So, but when it's like a competition, who gets first or second or last, and there's prizes involved. Well, I just don't want to lose,
I
But
kn-
still
That's why we instead of doing a cash pot, that's why we subsidized the belts, because there was an initial startup cost. So we
Yeah.
said, well, we're not going to do that, an equipment cost, and have a pot. We'll just subsidize the equipment first.
for
And
this
next
one.
time- yeah, and next time we can do like 20
Yeah.
bucks first or
Throw a
something.
little money down on it next time.
Make it
That'll give you
interesting.
A little extra,
Yeah.
Yeah.
little extra motivation to keep on that fucking treadmill.
All
That's
right.
the point.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is all very interesting to me. And as a parent, what it tells me, and for all your parents listening out there, the key thing that you want to try and do is go ahead and pit your children against each other competitively.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
From birth, if possible.
Dude,
So my
yesterday
mistake
I
is
was-
having an only child.
That's
and
exactly
why I was
right.
Not motivated.
Yeah. That's exactly right. He's got no competition.
Well, you know what that means? It's time to adopt.
Oh, actually, you know what I thought it meant? Let's get that boy a chest strap. Get him in.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, try to beat your step siblings. But
Yeah.
no, we have to adopt. You heard it. Sarah told us.
You heard it here first.
We did adopt. We adopted Lily, the wonder dog.
Yeah, fun fact, the chest straps don't work on dogs. Ask me how I know.
Because you probably tried and put one on your dog. Is what I'm getting.
Yeah, that's exactly how I know. I was
Okay.
hoping I could get some extra points by putting the chest strap on my Great Dane.
That's cheating.
Yeah, it is.
It would have been had it worked.
Right, exactly. It would have been cheating, but instead it was just a failed experiment.
I call it resourceful.
Thank you.
Yeah, your Uncle Guy, he's always supportive of outside the box thinking.
That's right.
Hey, so speaking of not so current events, but things that happened, did you see that transformer blew up over New York guy and caused the sky to turn blue? This is, I don't know, 10 days ago or something?
Yeah.
You did see that?
Oh, no, I did not. I didn't hear about
Nick
this.
didn't see that. Guy, did you?
Yeah, I saw it.
And what'd you think?
I don't know.
I want your professional opinion as a transformer mechanic.
Could it turn the sky blue?
Yes. Whoa. Okay. So my conspiracy theory's alive and well on that.
Dun dun dun.
Non-electrician here. I will just say that a transformer probably 50 yards from my house blew up once, and it did flash blue. Like I was inside and the blinds were even closed, and there was a flash of blue from my blinds.
I'm saying
Just
I'm
because the
assuming
voltage
that
is so high?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it wouldn't flash blue. I'm saying it wouldn't light the sky up forever.
Well, right. But what I'm thinking is maybe in New York with all these skyscrapers and all this reflective glass everywhere, maybe it just made it seem bigger and more so than it was.
Yeah. My experience is I've blown up transformers before.
For fun.
Not for fun, but when I was an apprentice, I blew one up.
Okay.
And it was a white light. It was more of a white light. It's almost like a welding
Right.
Got it.
type of light. Is what this really is. It's kind of like a welding type of thing.
So what do you think caused that blue light then, besides aliens?
Aliens.
Probably the transformer.
All right. Well, we'll move on then.
Transformers are aliens, though.
Well, that is a point. That's a good point right there.
Dun, dun, dun.
You're right. If a transformer blew up, I mean, yeah. I've never seen one
I
actually.
clarify that every time somebody asks, "What do you do?" I'm a transformer mechanic.
That's true. I never really thought of it in those terms. I mean, yeah. So when we're talking about working on Bumblebee and, Optimus Prime, you don't do that.
Right.
Or
But
do
you'd be surprised how many times I actually have to clarify that.
Yes. I'm not shocked, actually. Because let's face it, as skilled as you are, and as Sarah just pointed out, you could.
I could what?
You could work on Optimus Prime and or Bumblebee and or what are those other guys? What are the other ones? Those are the only two I know. But you could work on real fake Transformers.
Possibly.
Because just like them, you're more than meets the eye.
Right.
That's right. That's exactly right. I think I have see if XL will print that on my business card.
I think let's see if XL will. I think they should. All right, good. I'm glad we cleared that up to the extent that we did, which is not at all. So other sports, we talked about the NFL. So here's what's going down. Turns out the Texans are the team that we thought that they were. They got their asses kicked by the Colts in their own building. Very embarrassing. They did not look good in their loss, frankly, and got exposed as the team that was unable to beat a team with a winning record all season long. The Colts, on the other hand, look like a team that figured it out in their 1-5 start since going 9-1, basically. And so they look like, frankly, a team that's very hot and will give the Chiefs all that they can handle in the divisional round next week. Meanwhile, the Chargers beat the Baltimore Ravens in fairly convincing fashion, although they kind of had a defensive collapse in the fourth quarter, and I don't think they're going to really scare the Patriots and Tom Brady too awfully much when they come into Foxborough next weekend for their divisional round. Meanwhile, in the NFC, the Dallas Cowboys beat Seattle Seahawks by a score of 24-22. The Seattle Seahawks had a late rally, but were unable to complete the all-the-way comeback and fell to the Cowboys. It's the first time that a Pete Carroll-coached Seahawk team has failed to advance out of the first round of the playoffs in the 7 previous times that they went. So, tough break for the Seahawks. On the Cowboys go to some other team. I guess I can't remember who. I think they play, who do they play next week? Dallas, maybe? Dallas plays New Orleans. They either play New Orleans or the Rams. I believe that they play New Orleans, and the winner of the Eagles and the Bears goes to face L.A. But in any event...
What deal thing happening there, Pete?
What about Nick Foles?
What wasn't there? Didn't he get injured or something?
No, he's fine. He's fine.
Okay.
Oh, he got
you are correct. He did get injured toward the end of the last game, and they did have their third stringer play a few plays, but he is quarterbacking as we speak.
and looking good.
Well, they'll probably do pretty good then.
Yeah.
He's a good
He is a good quarterback, and he is the miracle man for the Eagles. He led them it would be something else. That'd be the story of the year if he could lead the Eagles all the way back to another Super Bowl victory.
I'm pulling for the dude.
Yeah, but what an improbable tale would be.
Do you know we could have had Nick Foles and John Elway passed on him?
Yeah, I'm not shocked.
I was going to say the important thing in this is that if Foles continues to do well, the Eagles need to get rid of him or Wentz, in which case the Broncos are right for one of the two.
That's true. They could get either one of them, but probably won't. If I know John Elway, he's going to draft some loser that will go nowhere. That's my guess.
That's my guess as well.
I mean, I hate to say that.
At least he's interviewing some, no-name offensive or defensive play caller or some bullshit like that from the Patriots.
You know what? I don't know what no comment.
You know what? Here's the thing. As a Broncos fan, a long-suffering Broncos fan, we have an impatience for stupidity. We're just not patient fans. So when we see our GM or our coach or whomever doing something that just doesn't make any damn sense, we get frustrated. We got frustrated with Elway plenty of times as a player back in the 80s, lest we forget. So
You ran him out of town.
He damn near did.
You'd think we'd learn to stop letting him back.
And yet we don't. All right, anyway. Sorry, you were going to say, Sarah?
I said John Elway.
Yeah, John Elway.
John.
The very same. So, of the
friends call him John.
Yes. Well, I certainly do. Of the teams remaining, who do we think is actually going to win the Super Bowl? Any thoughts?
Saints.
I don't know the teams, so
I'm like I said, you've already heard me. I'm pulling for the Eagles.
Okay, Eagles it is. Guy says Eagles. Elsie says Saints.
I say Saints over the Chargers just to prove Phillip Rivers he's a little bitch.
I'll go along with that. Phillip Rivers is a little bitch, but they don't call the Saints the Aints for nothing.
That's true. Well, they have won. They've won 1,000,000% more Super Bowls than the Chargers have, however, which is one. So, in any event, yeah, my actual pick to win it all is the Patriots. And you know why? Because they've done it the most of any other team in the playoff.
Yeah, because the Patriots is the, professional version of Alabama.
Exactly. They
know how to deflate balls and, listen in on the other team's fucking calls and shit like that. So you're probably right. They probably will win.
They've got all the refs in their pockets. Everyone knows this.
Right.
We don't know that.
They
but
bought the refs. So, yes, I changed my vote to the Patriots.
See? Well, there we go. So we'll see. It'll all be unfold before us in the weeks ahead. In the meantime.
Anyway, I mean, Vegas puts up them odds.
It's true. That's true, which is why I don't bet. Any of you gambling people? None of you are gamblers, right?
Speaking of gambling,
yes.
This is a great segue into UFC because I'm tired of football.
Yeah. Right. On we go.
Homeboy Anthony Smith is rumored to be matched against.
No, it's not a rumor. It's
it
real now. Yeah, it's confirmed now. That shit's happening.
He's going to go up against John Jones.
Ooh, no kidding.
Now let's talk for a minute about. There's a lot of people saying that Anthony Smith has zero chance against John Jones, and I'm inclined to agree. Although, here's the thing: is Anthony Smith has had fights against people who I'm like, he's fighting Shogun, he's fighting Volkan Ozdemir. Like
everyone thought he was going to lose to Volkan.
Yeah, you're like, you can't. He's he's good, but he's not that good. He's not going to win against those guys, and then he fucking does. He just does. It's possible that he may pull something like that with John Jones, although it's possible, mind you. But here's not at all likely. Here's the thing, is that Volkan Ozdemir and Shogun are nowhere near the caliber of John Jones. This dude, steroids or not, is a fighting genius. He's always been that. Steroids don't increase your... And this isn't to say that I like John Jones, because I don't. I hate that motherfucker, because he just keeps getting caught cheating. But, steroids don't improve your ability to think in the cage, and he's got a very good ability to think in the cage, which is something that I'm not sure that Anthony Smith can contend against. But here's the moral of the story here. We were talking about betting. I'm going to think that Anthony Smith is going to open up at like plus 600 in Vegas.
Yeah.
So you just drop a 20 spot real quick on that dude. And just in case he might get the miracle knockout. I mean, if he does knock him out in the first round by some kind of miracle, then John Jones will get an instant rematch because he's the champion. And he's not going to win twice. But if he does win that first time, and he opens up at plus 600, you just drop that 20 spot. Makes a quick change.
Okay. That's good betting advice from Nicholas Shinn, which I will not take because I'm not a bettor.
Yeah, and I don't really know how to do that. I don't know how to.
The best way to double your money is to fold it in half and put it in your pocket.
I like that. I haven't heard that before.
Actually, the best way to make $1 million is to give me $2 million.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hey, what about the girl? What happened to the girl's eyeball? What's her name? That got her eye poked out with that chick. Hit her with a toe or whatever. Did you guys hear about that?
What?
No.
What are you talking? Kat Zingao or Kat Zing?
No, what the hell's her last name?
Was that last night?
That chick kicked her right in the eyeball with her big toe, put her eye out or something like that.
Jesus.
Shit, no, I didn't hear about that one.
Wow,
that one slipped under the radar.
What about? I know this is probably old news, but I thought Cyborg was going to destroy Nunes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that last time.
Yeah, they went in for a slugfest, and Nunes knocked her the fuck out in the first 45 seconds.
Although I did see Cyborg's after press conference, and she was extremely gracious.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, I bet she was.
Yeah.
You just got your ass handed to you, so you better be gracious. Were you going to talk shit again and get right back in there and get knocked out again?
I would like to see a
Cyborg
rematch, though. I would like to see a rematch.
There will be a rematch. I think you get in it. Like, it's not automatic, but the general unspoken rule of thumb is if you're the champion and you get beat like that, you get a rematch.
Now, she should get a rematch. I mean, she's,
I'd
she
watch
held
it again.
She held the belt for 10
watch
years,
it
didn't
again.
she, or something? Or some long period of time. She's undefeated for a long time. She should get another shot.
You talking about
again,
Cyborg?
Yeah.
She was the proclaimed most feared woman, in the UFC.
Well, but Nunes was also on a winning streak. She hasn't lost since 2014.
This all speaks to a rematch. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
There's
it's
always
going to happen. There's no way they're not going to have
Nunes
a rematch.
Cyborg 2, let's go!
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's very exciting.
It's in the talks, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There's always someone tougher.
It's true.
There
So
is.
true.
There's always a bigger fish.
You're always the best until you're not.
Always a bigger, meaner fish with a
With
big
a nasty right hook.
You're right, and on steroids. So, yeah, actually, many comedians have said this, and I agree that I want all of my professional athletes on steroids, robust steroids. I want them as hyped up and angry and furious as can possibly be for
I
my
want the
entertainment.
best athletes that science can create.
Exactly. Is that so wrong? I don't think it is.
You know, I really, honestly, seriously don't give a fuck about steroids as long as everyone's on steroids. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Mandatory.
Like,
Mandatory steroids.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If we're
You're
doing
not
that,
into it?
That's fine.
I think that I think they're right to ban them because what happens is basically roid rage, and you got shit like War Machine where he's trying to kill people outside of the ring. And
All right.
shit like.
Yeah, that's
True.
fair. Protection
Very
of the
true.
human race. Yeah, that's true. Since we can't completely segregate our athletes, I suppose
Okay,
we
well
have
then
to be
that
safe
means
from them.
everyone, not just the athletes, have to be on steroids. That's a clear
Okay.
solution.
All
here.
right. Well, I guess let's increase the aggression of the human race. Let's increase the aggression of the alpha predator of the universe. Good idea. Yeah. I'm glad I thought of that.
Of the universe is a pretty broad stroke. I mean, we don't know what's out there.
That's a good point. But we whipped
Of the known universe. Yeah.
every Predator movie, do we not whip Predator's ass? And
In the end, yeah, I guess you're right.
yeah. I mean, so
Through Hart. Through Hart and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
who's more badass than the Predator? That's right. Human
The
beings.
words of Scrooge McDuck: work smarter, not harder.
That's all good advice.
Thor and Hulk had a pretty good fight in Thor versus Ragnarok. So
Oh, yeah.
I'd welcome that.
Thor and Hulk. Yeah. I'd like a rematch of Thor and Hulk. I would.
Thor or Hulk would both single-handedly win against a Predator.
Oh, yeah.
I would hope so.
Against Predator? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
If
course.
the Brady Bunch crashed in the Andes, who would they eat first?
I'm not sure. I can't name. I'm going to say Marsha because that's the only one
Ooh,
whose
dude,
name I
that's-
can remember.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good guess. I'm going to say Alice. But if they're smart, they would ask her how to best prepare herself for.
Marcia, so tender. All right. Well, anyway, that's where you're really showing your age. You know what I'm saying? If you still think Marsha Brady's hot, you're old.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know.
All
what she
right,
looks
sorry.
like. I'm about to Google that.
I'm about to Google it. He says that's how you know how young he is.
Right. Is Marsha? Hey Google, is Marsha Brady hot? Anyway, so
She's still hot. That's all I want to know.
no,
right?
probably. Well, I mean, she's in her 60s, I would think.
No.
No, Doug.
No. The answer is no. Holy shit, no.
All right. Well,
Okay.
you're a misogynist. You're an ageist.
I know, but it's doesn't.
Is it really ageist if they're old enough to be our grandparents?
Yeah, then it's just weird, really.
Yeah.
Then it becomes a fetish.
I don't think that's us ageist. I think that's us sticking to an appropriate age bracket for attraction.
Yeah.
Where do you draw the line, you fascist?
It's like
the rule of
5 minutes,
second,
29 seconds left in the meeting.
Oh, I see. Well, perhaps we should just wrap it up early today.
Well, I don't know about that, but I got, like I said, remaining meeting time is 5 minutes.
Oh, well, man, that's a lot of pressure. Really is.
Pressure.
Yeah, well,
Do you have anything else to talk about in 5 minutes? Did you guys see any movies or anything this
nah,
week?
we didn't do shit, really. I mean, I don't think we did. What's that? What'd you see, guy?
We went and, it was so unmemorable, I can't remember what it was.
Oh, there you have it.
But it was pretty bad, whatever it was.
Yeah, so we did watch the episodes. We finished up the 3rd season of Travelers, which is on Netflix. It's a show. It's an episodic show about people who travel from the future, but they can only send their consciousness, so they rewrite other human beings' minds who are going to die anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so, the show, here's my analysis. The show is about as good as any show you would see on NBC. How about that?
Okay.
So.
It's a good analysis. That gives me a good,
Yeah.
range.
It's like a baseline.
Spectrum.
Yeah, you're not going to go, oh, that was the coolest show ever. But you're going to say, that was, a pleasant way to pass.
Entertaining.
Yeah, mildly entertaining way to pass your time. Travelers.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's a TV show or a movie's really got to grip me, or I turn it off.
Right. Now,
I'll just forget that shit.
I did start watching, again, Apocalypse Now. If you've not seen that movie, that's on Netflix right now.
Apocalypse Now is fucking insane. Wait.
What is that about?
That's the one with the Mayans. It was
No,
developed
that's Apocalypto.
Oh, yeah. Apocalypse Now is that Vietnam shit with Lieutenant Kilgore and
Martin
Sheen. And
Yeah, Martin Sheen, for sure.
I liked Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, Full Metal Jacket is good, too.
With my hand, numbnuts.
I have a friend who looks like Private Pile.
A young Vincent D'Onofrio?
If that's his real name,
That's his real name. All right, anyway, so...
In another recommendation, I've not yet seen it, but Brad keeps strongly recommending to me a movie called My Friend Dahmer, which is on Netflix.
My Friend Dahmer.
It's exactly what you think it would be. It's a biopic of Jeffrey Dahmer, but told from somebody who knew him, not him himself. So, yeah, apparently it's great, and we need to see it.
All right. Well, perhaps we should...
I did watch about 5-10 minutes of that World War One.
Oh, you did?
They will not be forgotten.
Yes.
They will be remembered.
Yeah, it was interesting like you said, it was interesting in a film sense.
Yes.
But I'm not a history buff is kind of what that boils down to. And it was really hard for me to understand what the hell they were saying.
Right.
I was like, can I get some subtitles, please? Apparently, I don't speak British. So,
right. You barely speak English.
I guess.
Venom. We went and saw Venom.
Okay.
How'd you like it?
I enjoyed
Or
that.
did you?
It was unmemorable.
Okay.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go.
Right.
It was some of the acting in it was corny as fuck.
It was actually. Kyler liked it, but he's 10. So I mean, I thought it was terrible. But we do want to go see Aquaman. Has anyone seen that?
No.
It's 2.5 fucking hours long. I cannot bring myself to commit to that on a weekday night.
Yeah.
So no, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, we have not seen Aquaman.
A good one the other day called I Kill Giants.
Oh, really? What's that about? Killing giants?
That wasn't really that good, actually, but Kyler liked it. It's about this 12-year-old girl that has mental issues.
Yeah.
And thinks that she's killing giants. But it was mildly entertaining.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Yeah.
Come say hi, Kyler. Kyler's here.
Hey, what's up?
Hello, Kyler.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, Kyler.
Kyler's here on the Shinn Show.
Kyler, I hear you like I Killed Giants.
Yes, it is a good movie.
Okay, very good. A good movie. That's the endorsement from 10-year-old Kyle. Thank you, Kyler.
I would be interested in an update, a review from Kyler of Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2.
Yeah, so Kyler, what'd you think of Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2? These are 2 video games for the
They
PS4.
released the second one?
Yeah, of course.
What?
Yeah.
Kyler, is this true? Did they release the second one?
They did.
When?
I don't know. But
Nobody really knows.
It's surrounded in mystery.
I'm looking that up. I don't know if that's
I
true.
love
man.
Battlefront.
We bought it for him for Christmas. There is. It's
Oh,
definitely
shit.
a thing.
Okay, it's definitely true.
Thank you again.
And if you had been a good boy this year, you would have gotten it too.
That's a good point. All
Instead,
right.
I just got coal.
All right, so
Are you
Kyler.
old yet?
What?
You're falling behind in video game.
Yeah.
You have less than a minute to review it, Kyler. Go
Yes.
ahead.
All right. So I'm loving Battlefront 2. It is very interesting and very challenging. And Battlefront 1, I've been so busy with Battlefront 2 that I haven't gotten a chance to play Battlefront 1.
No
And-
need, right?
Yes. And Battlefront, or I think it's Battlefront 1 with Lego. I'm really enjoying that one too.
All right, very good.
Me and Sarah were just talking about Grease.
Oh, the
I was just, the musical. I was just saying I always want to listen to the theme, the opening song of Grease, but I never just forget by the time I get in the car. It's a
Yeah.
good song.
it is.
Grease is the word.
Is the word, is the word, is the word. It's got groove, it's got meaning. Dee, 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 dee. Grease is the time and the place and the motion. And Grease is the way we are feeling.
Gross.
What?
Don't get a job. Don't be a slob. Go back to class. You can pass. And to start this day off nice and fine, we're going to play a new old favorite of mine. Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah, so on.
It was good.
I thought I did a pretty passable Frankie Valli. Or whoever sings that.
Is that who sings that?
I don't think so.
Who the hell is Frankie Valli?
Well, he's a...
Definitely not the guy who sings the opening to Grease. I know that.
It might be. Yeah, I think he has a role in Grease. I can't swear to that.
No, you're thinking of John Travolta.
Yeah, I probably am. So, great review by Kyler, I thought.
Here's the thing I wanted to say about that is Battlefront 1 and 2, very good graphics and all that shit. But when I was Kyler's age, there was, for the PlayStation 2 generations ago, there was this game called Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2. And let me just say, it was 1,000 times better than the one that they have now. Not in graphics and stuff, but like, you could play, it was just better, man. It was just better. I'm not going to get into it. But
Yeah, I understand. You know, times change.
that's why I haven't played the new Battlefronts. I wanted to get into it, but I haven't.
Yeah, I understand.
I might get that second one, though. I didn't know there was a second one.
Yeah, turns out there is.
You
Turns
don't
out.
know shit.
I ain't no shit.
By the way, that's Elsie who said that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
He's got a video going.
Yeah, she does. She just breaks it out. She doesn't care. She just joins with video. She just bursts
I keep
in.
thinking that we should like get you a webcam and then do the video thing so that we can put it on YouTube because
Yeah.
like apparently talking head videos are more popular than just the straight up audio. But
Oh, I'm sure that's
Damn
true.
straight.
Well,
Shit off
okay.
your boats.
All right, so here's what we've got to do, folks. We've got a few to-do lists, and we'll go over them after the program is actually done. But one of them is a webcam. The other one is the new Polar H10, and the third is to recognize our sponsor, Ziff's. Ziff's, a fine dining establishment in Invercargill, New Zealand.
Not to
And-
be under or overshadowed by the Throne Room, a fantastical tattoo parlor in, you guessed it, Invercargill, New Zealand.
Invercargill, New Zealand, the unofficial headquarters of a Shinn Show. All right, good. I'm glad we cleared that up. But so we need those Polar H10 straps for the fitness deal, and we got to get a webcam. There we go. We got to do it.
Yeah.
Just got to step up to the pump. So anyway, Guy, thanks for joining us. Guy signed off. I mean, he was done. I knew he was done.
yeah,
He was done.
these Dunions.
Dunions.
Yeah. Thanks to Kyler for that review. Thanks to you, kids. What are you doing this week? Anything interesting?
This week, I'm getting
Yeah.
my alignment done tomorrow.
All right, good.
I mean, I started a yoga challenge, so I'm gonna keep doing that.
Got it. That's
Man, I really just want to shit all over Great Western Bank for not processing my fucking check. Why do you even have an app where you can take a picture of the check and deposit it if it's not going to clear for 2 days?
That's-
not going to go in the bank and raise a stink about this bank, about this check not clearing.
yeah.
Pissing me off.
It's because it's not during business hours, dude. It follows business hours.
Well, okay, so you're telling me that there's some man on the computer just waiting for all online app checks to come through and he processes them personally?
Probably.
Oh my God, that was bad. I started there.
Yeah,
But anyway.
Yeah, so here's what I'll tell you. You need another bank. USAA, when you put that stuff,
You know what?
when you
I'm
put it,
telling you what, man, I'm about to go to that.
no, you should. You have an account with them, by the way.
I didn't know that, but I will start a checking account with them.
Yeah,
For sure.
you should. I mean,
Yeah. And it's really my stupid ass for not putting the checks in before the weekend, but I'm going to have a $20.
You heard it here
on my rent.
first, folks.
what did I hear here first?
He called himself stupid.
Oh, well,
I did.
I'm not going to comment on that. I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true.
Yeah, you don't. Okay.
Everybody has stupid moments. Come on.
You're a very smart person. Very smart. Elsie, anything on your agenda this week besides work?
Are you working?
Yeah,
Is the
pretty-
shutdown over? Is that a thing? Did that
No.
affect you?
It never affected the DoD. And as a contractor, little known fact, contractors continue to work unless they're paid like full-time equivalents. But that's a different deal. Yeah. So last time there was a government shutdown, it's only military and contractors, which is proof that contractors are an important and vital third arm of our DoD system. But nobody gives a crap about that. All anyone needs to know about that is that I love it when the government shuts down because I can actually get some things done.
All right.
Yeah. But no,
Silver
I get to
lining.
go to work and walk the dog and do laundry and exciting things like that. Woohoo!
Wow.
Excellent.
Wow. It sounds like her life sucks, doesn't it?
I know it's rough. It's hard out there.
Oh, did I mention I also have to listen to somebody complain about their job all night? I mean, you thought my life sucked before.
Right.
That's the worst part of it all.
Right. Exactly. Partnership. What a drag.
That's
All right.
the part that no salary can ease the sting of.
Right. No pooled resources can really soothe the anguish of partnership. In any event, sounds like you're going to have a busy week. I'm going to have a busy week. We're all going to have a busy week. Great week this week. Good show, kids.
Excellent. Excellent.
See you next week.
All right.
A Shinn Show is a production of Shinfluence and features the voices and opinions of the Shinn family. It's their own opinions, no one else's. You can find it on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher or wherever the fuck you find podcasts. Whatever.
Daddy said a swear.
I'm telling.
I think that's fair.
Dinner's ready. Time to have dinner like a family for once.